Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good evening, Dorcas, Adebisi. Good evening, Deborah Sunday. Good evening, Grace. Good evening, Kike Lomo. Good evening, Lydia. Good evening, Mary Omotola Aziz. Good evening, Patience. Thank you so much for joining our webinar tonight. I'm excited to have you all in the room. I hope you're fine. I hope you're pumped. I hope you're ready, to go on this journey with me. Yes, so before I continue, can you please let me know in the comment section where you're joining us from? If you're joining from Atlanta, let me know. If you're joining from United States of Akure, let me know. Yeah, you joining from Elizabeth, welcome. Thank you, everybody. I'm so happy to be doing this with you. Just let me know in comment section, where are you joining me from? Joining us from? Because I'm not alone here. Where are you joining in from? Yay. Patience says, good evening, everyone. Glad to be here joining from Ireland. Woo, we are global. It's not just Nigeria. Thank you, Patience, for joining. Thank you, Dorcas. Dorcas, you're welcome. Thank you for joining from Lagos. Please, let's keep it coming. And please, as we continue, can you please invite your friends, your sisters, your community, members, your friends, everyone. Grace is joining from Canada. Wow. Thank you, Grace. Welcome. Thank you so much. So I hope we're in high spirits. What are your expectations tonight? What do you want to take home tonight? Elizabeth, thank you joining us from Lagos. What do you want to take home tonight? What are your expectations for tonight? I know nobody wants to join a webinar and go back the same. It's a whole lot of energy and time, and even resources that you're putting in to be here tonight. So what are your expectations tonight? What is on your mind? Can I know? Can you please let me know? What are you thinking of? Why did you join this webinar? What do you hope to leave here with? Let's keep it coming. I want this class to be very interactive. Hi, Omotola from Ondo State. Thank you for joining in. I'm so glad that you're here. So while people continue with their introductions and all, I will just, go dive right into the reason why we are here today. And before I go, I'd just like to share my screen with us so we can see what I have for you. Can everyone see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. You can just speak out, so we'll just continue. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. And can you still see my face too? Are we here?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, Kike. So, let's quickly introduce myself to everyone and we'll continue. So, my name is Tega Yodeji and I'm your facilitator for tonight. Who is Tega? Tega is a family life practitioner, I'm a public servant and an entrepreneur. I'm a lover of God, people, and an elegant stylist. I love to use the gift of words to heal the world around me. I'm also the founder of Nurturers Haven, a counseling company committed to seeing girls, women, and families thrive and live according to God's divine purpose. And I'm excited to be doing this with each and every one of us tonight. So that's Utega, and we'll just get right into the reason why we are here. Thank you once again for being a part of tonight's webinar. Or should I call it a family meeting? Super glad. So once again, our topic of discussion tonight is on dealing with repetitive patterns in relationship. I know many of us have been in relationships before, and some of us are still in one, because I don't know if everyone on this call is single, so I don't want to assume. And so I would, before I continue, I would like to encourage every one of us to please be focused. Let your mind be here. Let it not be that you just come for this webinar and go back to your bed the same way you came. Be expectant, be focused, and listen for any cues. Don't stay and go back and pick beans or do something else. Be focused and be ready to have lots of catch-up moments. I would advise that we are fully here. I hope our phones are fully charged and we are ready to go. So dealing with repetitive patterns in relationship. And before I go, let me just define what repetitive is. I know it's not new to many of us. So repetitive is something that occurs again and again. And dealing has to do with how we act towards others, how we behave towards other people. Dealing is not new to each and every one of us. It's how we behave towards people. And I also know that dealing with repetitive patterns tonight that we're talking about be based on negative happenings, not just the positive happenings, negative happenings, the things that that we see in our relationships that we are not happy with, or that has affected our relationships in the past, and that we want to see, please let's mute our mics. Thank you. That want to see, do well in our relationship. So what's our objective for tonight's webinar? Firstly, to see that single ladies thrive and flourish now, not just later now. To see that single ladies begin to make right decisions in choosing their partners. 3, to see that single ladies begin to pay attention to what really matters. And so we continue. I said here that it's still on it. When does happily ever after start? When does happily ever after start? Many people are looking at it that it has to be until I get married, until I find myself in a relationship, and on and on. When does happily ever after start for you? Can you let me know in the comment section? When will your own happily ever after start? Is it now? Is it when you find that guy that you love so much, that is giving you all that you want, that is behaving the way that you want him to behave? Or when you are married, when will your own happily ever after start? Can I know? Can you let me know? When will your own happily ever after start? So I would say, from experience and my knowledge, happily ever after does not just start when you get married. Everything about life, courtship, Grace says courtship. Wow, okay, that's good. But happily ever after starts now. The life that you want to live, when you get married, the life that you want to live when you are in a relationship, when you're courting, when you're dating, should start now. It's not until that man comes. Your happiness comes from within. And a lot of things that happen in our lives, we play, I would say 100%, the part that we play is very, very large, and we cannot underestimate it at all. So your happily ever after starts now. We are looking forward to having, a beautiful relationship with maybe our partners and all of that. But before the guy comes, what are you making, use of your present time, the time that you have now? If you are not happy as a person now, you cannot be happy when you are married. You cannot be happy when that guy comes. If your happiness has not started, then you have a whole lot of work to do. Your happiness should start now. Your happily ever after should start now, because happiness, resides from within. People can try to make you feel happy. Therapists can work on you. You can have counselors talking to you, but you are responsible for the outcome of your life. So you don't have to wait till you get into that romantic relationship, before you start taking your happiness seriously. So happily ever after has started already. And I would, beckon on each and every single lady here to begin to make the most use of their time now. Don't wait. Start creating the happiness that you want to see then, even from now. Start living your life. Start enjoying your present season now. Don't just wait. Don't just wait till, you find the right man or you get into the right relationship. Your happily ever after should start now. And so that's the stew for tonight. I know many people are here and you're just waiting. Okay, let Tega just begin to say the things that I should do, to be able to keep an amazing relationship. Let Tega just give us, those to-do lists. But I would say it begins with you. The responsibility on you, the part that you play should be so much that when that guy comes and he finds you, even the happiness rubs on him. So try as much as possible to stay happy, to do the things that make you happy, to begin to live a life of happiness, And so I'll continue what I have tonight. So now we're talking about types of relationships. Since we are focusing on relationships, I just want to delve into different types of relationships that we have. We have family, we have friends, we have acquaintances, we have romantic relationships. And we all know that I'm here because of a romantic relationship. That's why I'm here tonight. A family, what is the definition of family? Family are people that are connected through some form of kinship, through blood. It could be marriage, it could be romantic relationships. Friends, please can we mute our mics? Friends are people who are not, they are not related with one another, but they just choose to interact with one another. They are people that we care about, people that we respect, and we confide in. Acquaintances are, sorry, let me mute. Acquaintances are people that you may just encounter, in your day-to-day activities. They might not be friends, they might not be relatives, they can be your neighbor, they can be your colleagues, at work. And these are the people that we refer to as acquaintances. And now, romantic relationship, the major reason why you are here tonight is one in which you feel very strongly attracted to. Since we are ladies here, strongly attracted to the guy, your partner, it could be through, it could be that you're attracted to their personality, it could be that you're attracted to their physical looks, and is usually reciprocated by the other person in a relationship. So it's not just one-sided. A romantic relationship should be one that the two people involved feel, have mutual, feelings about each other. So it's not one-sided. And this really talks about, your partner, the man in your life, or the man that will be coming soon in your life, who may have been there before, or who will be coming soon. And so that's that. And now let's just go dive right into some things that, we may have been doing before. Maybe we've not been doing it very well, that can help us deal with repetitive patterns in our relationship. Now, the first thing I would say is one reason why you keep going around in circles, why you've not gotten it right in your relationship, or why you keep experiencing negative patterns in your relationship, firstly, is because you are not self-aware. Everybody that knows me, maybe those that have attended maybe webinars with me before, that single ladies, when we had our healthy conversations with God Delight, will know that I am big on self-awareness. And why am I big on it? You can't give what you don't have. You can't pour from an empty cup. I was saying it before that earlier on, I said that, I think I mentioned that we have to be happy on our own. Being in a relationship or maybe getting into marriage, You must be complete first as a person before you complete that person. So as a person, if you are not whole, if you've not healed, if you're not fine, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your person, there is actually no point rushing into any relationship or trying to, will I say, manage a relationship. So are you really self-aware? What do you know about yourself? If you're not able to define yourself to people, people will give you a definition that you don't like, and you just have to take it. So you cannot beat them up or get angry with people that they're not defining. Let me use Kike as an example. They're not giving me the vibe that I want. What are you portraying to people? How have you, presented yourself to people? How much of yourself do you know? And now when I say how much of yourself do you know your personality type? Because it might seem like everybody's always big on personality and all of that. If you don't know who you are, you cannot relate to people well, even in your relationship. Because the other person that you're coming into a relationship with has his own personality. You are two different people. You're two different people. And so if you don't know yourself, you're dealing with the other person. You can do things you don't like or that you're not even aware of. But if you know your personality type, you will know how you communicate, you will know your triggers, you will know what gets you angry, you will know your likes, you will know your dislikes, you will know how you can relate well with people, your manner of communication. Are you somebody that you just open your mouth to talk to people, or you just have to calm down to think of what to say before you speak? What do you really know about yourself? What's your love language? Because these things people see them as little things, but they're actually big things. Because even in relationship and marriages, we need these things to keep going. It's not something that you just play around. You must know yourself 100%. You must know yourself. Have you healed as a person? What really gets you angry as a person? These are some things that we must begin to take note of. What are your likes? What are your values? What are the things that you cannot compromise in people, in your dealings with people? When I say values, what are the things that you are big on that you cannot just overlook? I've talked about personality. I've talked about love language. Talk about likes and dislikes. I've talked about your values and a whole lot of things. When you say someone is not my spec, you yourself, do you know yourself? Can you really define who you are? When someone comes to you and says, okay, hi, my name is this, it's not about my name is Tega and I'm from Delta State and this is what I do. It goes, it's very, very deep. Your whole being, your totality. How emotionally intelligent are you? Like someone that has been in a very, very will I say a very terrible relationship in the past, and you come into a relationship and that person begins to say things that maybe your ex has said before, and you just pick offense. The person doesn't know where you're coming from. He doesn't know who you are. Fine, you're in a relationship, but can you really tell this guy that, okay, this is who I am, this is my makeup, these are the things that get me angry, these are my triggers, this is what I've been through before, this is my love language, these are the things that turn me on and all. Can you really define yourself? So the first thing is to be self-aware. Be self-aware. Know yourself so well that you can talk about yourself in the room to anybody. And this thing is a very big quality. It's a positive quality for anybody. It helps your self-esteem. It helps you to be able to relate with people better. And if you know this, you will see that you would be able to communicate well with people. You'll be able to communicate well with your partner. It will reduce a lot of fights. It will reduce a lot of tension. It will help your relationship to get better because you know yourself. You know how you respond. Instead of reacting to people, you begin to respond. Maybe you take a deep breath to think through before you speak. If you're the type that likes going out, you know, all those things, how well can you define yourself? That's the first on our list. You know your rules, you know the things that you can take, you know your standard. You can just defend yourself well. And the second on our list is that you are afraid of being alone. Singleness is not a condition. Singleness is not a disease. I will keep saying it and I will keep saying it. Sorry, everybody. Hello, everyone. I didn't even know that was not
Hello, ma.
I didn't even know that I'd gone off. So sorry about that. BC, please, can you let me know where I left you so that I just don't continue talking?
You said being afraid is not being single is not
Okay, it's not a condition. Thank you. I didn't even know when I went off. So sorry about that. So I said being single is not a condition. You know, many people have termed it to be a very bad thing, or they begin to look down on singles like, you know, it's a bad thing. It's actually not a bad thing. I always advise or counsel, you know, single ladies that I get in the room with that make good use of your singleness. It's easy to say, I want to get into a relationship, time is going and all of that, but nobody should put you under any form of pressure. It's my delight to see you, God's delight, settle down. It's my delight to see every amazing single lady out there, you know, get married or, you know, be in amazing, beautiful relationship. But while that is going on, don't be so bothered about the things from people that you get into depression, that you are down, that you are not happy, that you're not joyful, that you lose your joy because of what people are saying. There is no benchmark. There is no timetable. I know that it's your desire to, you know, settle down and have an amazing relationship, but there is no timetable that says if you're not in a relationship at 21 or 25, you are missing out on life or you've not achieved. Marriage is good, but that's not the only achievement that we have. So in as much as you are trying your best to see that you are a good person, you improve on yourself, don't be under any form of pressure. Because when you find yourself in this state and you're under pressure, you might make a wrong mistake or a wrong choice, or find yourself in the wrong relationship with the wrong person. And you just begin to patch it. You just make yourself, there's this make-believe feel that all is well. Meanwhile, you are in the wrong place. You're not in the right place. You just accept you just accept the bare minimum. You just settle for anything. And this is one reason why people single ladies keep going, you know, in circles. You keep going round and round because you are under pressure. So there is no rush. You know, there is no rush. You must be willing to sit down with yourself this period and just have reflection. Just self-reflect and see what are the lapses that I have in my life at the moment. What are the things I should begin to work on? And, you know, just settle down and just grow. The third reason why many of us may be going in circles in our wrong relations because we mistake trauma bonding for intense love. I know many people might have been in like I said before, terrible relationship. And so you get into the space, you see a guy that you like, that is giving you attention, maybe he's buying you gifts, and this could be as a result of you telling him what you've been through before, and he just wants to be there for you. And so while he's there, he just tells you to think the words that you want to hear. You know, he's giving you good love, he's buying you gifts, he's taking you out, he's making you feel like you matter. And before you know it, you just find yourself, will I say, getting all loved up. You're just falling in love. You've now taken his behavior, you know, the love that is giving you for the love itself. Now, how do I explain it? You now feel that because he's giving you the attention and the love that you've been desirous of before, you now want to like give him everything. Meanwhile, you are just going through trauma. You are here to heal from your past hurts in your former relationship. And that's how you just keep going on and on. And before you know it, you find yourself in the same space that you have been before. You have not healed, but you are mistaking the love that is giving you as assumption, though. You know, you are mistaking it for love itself. Meanwhile, you are just going through trauma. It could even be that you are not even in a negative or abusive relationship, but you are not mentally fine. You are not okay. It's not yet time to continue. But you've just told yourself that I found a space, like a safe haven. I found someone I can talk to, someone I can onboard with, someone that is giving me love, attention, saying the right words that I need to hear per time. And you are just there. And the cycle keeps going on and on again. Maybe this person is just even seeing you as a friend. And before you know it, you know, at times, women, even men, we push things. And before you know, you keep seeing the person as a lover. Meanwhile, the person was just there to just help you through that phase. And you just take that person to be the person, maybe your lover as at that time. No, it doesn't work that way. Healing is very, very important. It's very, very important. And so that's one reason why many of us may be going in circles. You mistake trauma bonding for intense love. And there are two different things. It will be better for each and every one of us, and maybe I've had, you know, in our former relation, our past relationship, to just heal before we take another step, you know, in finding love. And so the first thing here too is you are here to heal from past relationship, past hurts. If you don't heal from past hurts, you will wound the next person, the next guy that you come in contact with. And so what can you begin to do? Take time to self-reflect. Love up on yourself. Love up on yourself. Extend grace to yourself. You are not your hurts. You are not your mistakes. You are not your challenges. You know, just embrace whatever has happened before. If you need to get into therapy, please do. Don't assume that you are fine. If you assume that you're fine and you get into the next relationship, you will hurt that person. Characters that you don't want to show, they will come and they will show. And you begin to see yourself as the problem. Meanwhile, you've not healed. Amazing relationships are real. They are true. It is something that everyone will experience if you set your heart to. Don't begin to think that everybody is like who you've been with before. Don't settle or have the mindset that, you know, what has happened before will happen again. No, give yourself room to heal. Just heal. Take time to heal. It might take you months. Just be gracious enough to heal. Get therapy, settle in a counseling session. Get to love on yourself and just heal. It's something that many of us, trauma is still like trauma bonding. Many of us feel that the next person will be the one to heal us. No, it doesn't work that way. Take time to just heal before you get into the next relationship. You are worthy. You are enough. There is somebody that is out there for you that will love you for who you are. Just take time to heal. Don't just accept whatever has happened before and just stay there. Try as much as possible to heal before you get into the next relationship. And that's number 4. The next reason why you may be going in circles and experiencing negative, happenings in your relationships because you have set unrealistic expectations. There is no perfect person anywhere. In your relationship, you will see your partner's weakness. It will show. And you are not God. You cannot change anybody. You can only influence somebody to change. You cannot change anybody. You can only influence your partner to change. Stop getting into relationship and saying that you can perform a miracle, a surgical operation on somebody. No, the person that you are getting a relationship before has his personality type. He's on a journey. He has been in past relationships before. That person has his own wiring. He has his own engineering. And so you cannot just come one day and say you expect somebody to be like this. No, it doesn't work that way. Everybody has their life experiences, situations that they have been in, background, emotional states that have shaped the kind of mindset that they have. So don't get into a relationship and say, he has to do this. It takes time. Don't set unrealistic expectations. There is no perfect person anywhere. Even the man or the guy that knows God has his weaknesses. Some of them have a lot of it. And so it takes understanding to come together with somebody, to be one. It takes understanding. You see these days that a lot of people are, they are not patient. There is something that we call, I think, a wait season. It happens in marriages, it happens in relationships. When you come in contact with maybe your partner or your spouse, and it begins to behave a certain way, and you just have to be patient. Everybody cannot be like you. Everybody cannot have your mindset. And in as much as you want your partner to maybe be like you, think like you and all, there has to be a wait season. That time will come. That time will come and you just have to be patient. There are things that you can do on your own to influence that person to change. But it's not about nagging. It's not about getting angry. No, that's not the solution to it. So it's good to have maybe a list on how you want the man to be like. What do I want in a man? Fine. What are the values that I have that I've set for myself? What are the things that I want to see in the man that I want to date, exhibit? The kind of behavior, what are the things I'm looking out for in a relationship? Fine, it's good to set your standard. I'm all about it. I believe in it so much. Set your standard, but don't be unrealistic. Even our parents, our siblings are not like us. We all have different wiring. Our wiring, they are different. We grew up in the same home, but we don't behave the same way. So why do you expect somebody that you're in a relationship with to be like you? It cannot happen. As time goes on, he can see some things in Ferami and say, okay, I can pick 1 or 2 things in Ferami that I really want to see happen in my life. And you begin to rub on him and, begin to exhibit those things. But don't set unrealistic expectations. So many people, you maybe because we've watched so many movies, we've seen so many celebrities or people doing, even pastors. We've seen pastors, we've seen people that have dated for long, and the way they behave. You don't know what's going on the inside. You don't know what's going on in their private lives. And so don't use people. It's good to have mentors. It's good to have people that you look up to. But they have their weaknesses too. And don't begin to shape your life or your relationship around them. What do you want as a person? How can you help that person to be better? If you see lapses in the person, accept things that you cannot compromise. There are times we have to be patient. Even in marriages, you become patient. Why can't you be patient in your relationship? You don't expect people to change overnight. It doesn't work that way. Food that you want to even cook has to get done first. So people get into marriages and the first year they are out because they cannot compromise. And when I say compromise, there are some things that you should not compromise. Well, the unrealistic expectation I'm talking about, can anybody give me an example of something that they have done before that maybe they have seen or they can see better now, that they feel that maybe they overdid it? Can anybody just let me know? Maybe you expect him to always buy you gifts or always call you. I don't know what your own may be, you just expect that he should know you 100% and be able to like do everything that you want. It doesn't work. It doesn't always work that way. I know that you want the best from your partner. Colin, yes. Have you communicated with him about it? Have you really communicated? Have you had a sit-down session where you guys just, rub minds together and talk about it instead of getting angry? At times, reacting every time is not the solution. And you can even find some guys that don't even care. They won't even respond. So how do you come in contact with that person and just begin to do whatever you need to do to see that person changing? It takes time. It takes understanding, communication, good, effective communication skills, good one. You understand the person so well that you know when to tell him that these are the things I've observed. Okay, can you like work on this? Instead of like just going back and say, I will not call so person again. I'm not even interested. And you just begin to like throw tantrums here and there because you need understanding to keep going. Relationship that goes a month, 2 months, 3 months, there will be a level of understanding that you would need to get or knowledge to keep that relationship going. There is no perfect person anywhere. I know that you want your values to align with your partner, but can you talk about it instead of getting angry? And there are other reasons why you might not even be behaving that way. Some people are from homes where naturally these things don't happen. So when some people come from homes that they are not cared for, some people are yet to heal from their own past, even the guy himself. I know that people believe that, guys, they are hard, they don't show feelings and emotion. Do you know what that person may have passed through before? Do you know how his upbringing was? Do you know the pain that he himself has experienced in the past? And those things can come to play in your relationship. Communication is important, quite all right. What if that guy is not used to calling before? Instead of getting angry, can you find a better approach to dealing with it? So you can set standards, you can have you can paint a picture in your mind, but at the same time talk about it. Don't make unrealistic expectations. He is not God. He cannot be God. He cannot know you 100% except you talk to him about it. And if you don't begin to deal with these things, you begin to see the same things happening over and you begin to say you are the problem. Meanwhile, you've not just sat down with yourself to talk to yourself. Are you yourself perfect? You're not perfect. So there are times that we have to just, just be patient and don't just set unrealistic expectations, for him. And so these are some things that we need to sit down and have a conversation with ourselves about if we want to have, amazing relationships. Heal from the past. Don't carry that wound to the next relationship. See that you take time to heal. Get into a book a counseling session, get into therapy, self-reflect. These are things that we can begin to do to see that those negative patterns that we have experienced before does not repeat itself again. And, be gracious enough to extend love to this person. This person is not God. He's a human being like you. And so just, extend love to that person. Don't be too, there are times that instead of reacting, we need to respond. And that's why our emotions should always be in place. If you know that you are here to heal, please heal. If you know you're somebody that gets easily triggered, what are the things that, gets you angry? Talk about it. Let effective communication be a big deal for you. Except that person does not listen. I know that some of us may have tried all these things in the past and it's not working. That's why I said you have to know yourself. Who do you really want to date? What kind of relationship do you want to find yourself in? Are you just going into a relationship because you're under pressure? Have you taken time out to see or to know who this person is? Is this somebody I can date, or am I just managing him? Because if you say you just want to manage such a person, you will see that behaviors and attitude that you don't want to exhibit will begin to show. And you just become a different version of yourself. That's why I'm saying that we should begin to take time to be self-aware, self-reflect, know yourself, know your likes, know your dislikes. What are the things I want in a man? What are the things I cannot compromise, in a man? If you're the type that you're really focused on a godly man and all, even if he's godly, what are the things that you can still embrace, you can still be patient with him about? These are the things that we should begin to sit down with ourselves, to talk to yourself about it. Nobody is perfect. That's one thing I want you to do. It's good to set standard. It's good to have these are the things I want in a man. Are you really all about the physical looks? If that's what you want, fine. Everybody has their standard. But what's your own standard? What are the things that you cannot compromise? If you're able to get this right, you will not open the door to just anybody. And when you have somebody that you trust, you'll be able to communicate, you'll be able to communicate well to this person, and this person understands you, and this person can go on that journey with you. So now, what can I begin to do, to see that I enjoy my relationship? Self-reflection is one. In retrospect, how has your past relationship been like? What are the repetitive patterns, negative patterns that you have seen that you don't want to see in the next relationship? And what can you begin to do? Some of us, it can be that you were not even calling. The guy was always the one doing all the calling. You did not know his love language. And so you were just doing anything and you felt that you were trying. You were doing your best. Meanwhile, to the person, you were not doing enough. These things happen. To the person, you may not have been doing enough, but you feel that you were doing enough. Have you paid attention to the person's like? Do you know his personality type? Because you might not have the same personality and you believe that he should know you well. Do you even know his own personality type? Do you know his likes? Do you know his dislikes? The things that get him angry. And have you started paying attention to these things to see that you people have a smooth relationship going? What are your own negatives that by now you should work on? What are your own negatives? Most times we focus on the other person and we don't do the work on ourselves. This is why self-reflection is good. It's not just for the other party, for yourself. If you're a better person, you will see a better person. That's the truth. If you open your mind to growing and to learning from your past relationship, you will do better going forward. That's why self-reflection, just examine yourself. Take time to examine yourself. What are those things that you have noticed before that you don't want to see playing out in your next relationship? That's why journaling is good. Journal, write these things down. I do it in my marriage. When I am doing things that I know are not really good and things that would affect my marriage negatively, I have conversations with myself. I try to work on myself because the person I'm dealing with is human. He will make mistakes. He will annoy me. I self-reflect from time to time, because there are times, we can attest to it, that there are times that we overdo things as ladies. We push these guys too far and we begin to blame it on them. But if you sit down with yourself to have this conversation with yourself, you will work on yourself and you will see that you'll become a better person, for the better person that is coming. So doing good self-reflection is not just for that person. You are doing it for yourself. So you have to take time to journal from time to time. It can be monthly, it can be weekly. You just look at it, that what are things that I'm doing that I feel are not right, that I should do better going forward. Except that person has a problem. That's the guy in question. Except the guy himself has challenges, you know, and that's why I say you must be self-aware. So you don't open the door to just anybody. You are worthy of the love, every love that you will get. You are worthy. You know, I keep saying this on and on. You are worthy. If you self-reflect, it will help your self-esteem. You will not have a shallow thinking. You will not have negative mindset. You will not have low self-esteem. You will not open the door for the wrong person. You will not be in the wrong relationship. But if you're not self-aware, if you don't self-reflect from time to time, you will not know your negatives and you will not know the person's negative too. So if you sit down with yourself to have this conversation with yourself, you can even improve on your personality type. So you can be an introvert, or let me even use myself as an example. I am an extrovert, you know, I'm sanguine. We don't really use sanguine in the family systems engineering, where I counsel, you know, where I was opportune to learn from. I call myself a creative convertible. I am an outgoing person, but I'm not married to I'm married to an introvert. But we keep it going. And so these things will come to play in your relationship. So from time to time, what can I begin to do to see that I get the best from my spouse? And these things to come to play in our relationship. So if you self-reflect from time to time, you begin to see the things that you're doing well and the things that you're not doing well. Okay, if I'm an introvert and I want to be better, maybe I'm with an extrovert, so I want to be better with my partner. Can I begin to communicate from time to time instead of being quiet every now and then? What are the things I can put in place? You know, can we like set time, you know, to go out, to talk, instead of me bottling everything in? Can I just, you know, have amazing conversations with my partner? Instead of assuming, can I talk about it? Can I create time to call? Can I check on my partner from time to time? So these are some things that we can begin to do. Communication is key here. Communication is one big challenge in many relationships. Learn the act of effective communication. This is a big deal in relationship. It's also a big deal in our marriages. It's not every time that you react. You must take time. And there are times that you will just have to move to a quiet place to just breathe in, breathe out. Have a time with yourself before you talk, because the words that we say, they go very far. You can't take it back. Words that you vomit, you can't take it back. And so there are times that that's why I said, you must know yourself, know your personality, know yourself. So you know how you respond to that person. Be emotionally intelligent, be emotionally aware. Know your triggers. These are the things that will help us to respond well instead of reacting. Everything should not be about nagging. Everything should not be about getting angry. And everything should not be about you. If you really want to see your relationship thrive, if you really want to see your relationship going forward, you must have good conversations. Effective, you know, amazing conversations. It's not every time that you shout. Assumption is one thing that you should be very, very careful of in a relationship. Try to ask questions and ask it nicely. Talk about it instead of assuming. Don't keep things to yourself. How will you be in love with somebody and not be able to express yourself express yourself well, you know, with that person? It's love we are talking about here. Somebody that you love. You want to always be with the person. You want to always communicate with that person. So instead of getting angry every now and then, maybe using your past relationship as an example, can you like take time to calm down and learn the art of effective communication? Everything is not about nagging. Not every woman nags. Everything should not be about complaints. Fine, there are times to talk, but you should, women, ladies, we should know the way you can just try and learn how to get into that man's heart. Even as a married woman, I still learn. That's the truth. Just, is this the right time to talk to him about it? Read the room. Read your room well. There's a time to be quiet. Even the Bible says it. And that's why I love the Bible is very complete. Every situation, there's a time to talk, there's a time to be quiet, there's a time to respond. And take note of responding. Let responding be what you like go home with tonight instead of reacting to things. Learn the art of responding instead of reacting. Reacting is more of the negative side. And this thing comes when we are very angry. So instead of you shouting back or something, can you like take time to like, maybe, no, I'm not, when I say walk away, I'm gonna say like just walk away angrily, just find a way, do what works for you. You know, as at like at that moment, just open your mouth to talk. Because this person too is human. He can annoy you. You can be very angry at that moment, but you have to be very careful of what you say per time. Women want to be loved. Ladies want to be loved. Men also want to be loved. Men also want to be loved. So it's not just take, it is give and take. You know, learn the art of effective communication. Be able to read the room well before you talk. How is he feeling? And how are you feeling? And on the other hand, if he's not doing well, you can talk about it too. Next, number 3 is work on your character. Not everybody is bad. Not everybody is bad. And I'll keep saying it, that you've been in a space with your partner in your former relationship, or people have, made you angry, is not enough reason to carry that mindset in your next relationship. So work on your character. Try as much as possible to work on your negatives. Many of us feel some people have this, I don't talk to people that I don't know. If you are looking for an amazing relationship, even if you are an introvert, you will still need to talk. You will still need to interact with people. So don't have the mindset that except somebody talks to me or I get close to the person, I don't talk to people. I'm not a people's person. Not everybody can be a people's person, but there are times that you have to like communicate with people. We need each other to survive. Nobody can do life alone. Work on your character. Don't be all that's why I said it's very important for each and every one of us that maybe have gone through trauma in our past relationship to heal. Because of those things, begin to have the mindset about men. All men are the same. The way that one behaved before is the same way we behave. No, have a positive mindset. Let the pain that you have experienced before, let it shape you into a better person, not a terrible person. The next person you're going to meet does not know you before. If you don't work on your character to see that you are a better person in that next relationship, you will ruin it. So we must work on our character. Our character is the first thing that people will see even before they move close to you. They can already summarize who Tega is, even before they get into that a deep relationship. Because relationship, it takes time for us to grow. The real you begins to show. The real you begins to show. That's why they say some people in first year in the marriage, they are like, I didn't even see this part of my partner before. Yes, it happens. You work on your character and you choose to be a better person. Work on your negatives. work on the way you respond with people. Some of us, how many of us have been in a long-term relationship with our girlfriends? When I mean girlfriends, your friends, not the guy now. How many of us have been able to sustain our relationship? If you have a problem there, if you look back at your life and you cannot count maybe friends that you have been with for the past 5 years, your go-to-go friends, you might need to work on yourself, on your character. I don't know if we have Bible scholars here where the Bible says that you see the speck in your eye and the log in the other person's eye. We all have our characters. We all have our bad habits. We all have those bad habits that come to play. Even with the girls in our life, how much more our partners to be. And so let's work on our characters. If you are the type that your friends always complain about you, then when I say friends, that girls that surround you always complain, have you sat down to think about it, to reflect that what these people are saying, could it be true? And even as an introvert, you have your go-to-go friends that you have been with. I would have said 10 years. But you know, we have this idea that 10 friends cannot play for 10. It's not true. A time will come in your life where you have to move, but you still check up on your friends now. Yes. So you may not talk every day, but friends that you call and you are able to speak or talk to, heart to heart, you can have heart-to-heart conversations with these friends. If you don't have friends like that in your life, you know, for the past 5 years, there is a problem. If you cannot sustain relationships with girls, I know that people say girlfriends, they're always envious, and we still have good friends. If you've not sustained that one first, how will you sustain the one that you want to have with your partners? Because I usually say this thing, and I know that some people might say, when I get married, it'll be me and my husband. You need friends. I beat my chest and I will say it, you need your friends. It's not everything that your partner will be able to do for you. And I will say it again and again. There is a place for your husband. There is a place for your partner, maybe your boyfriend, you know, and there is a place for your friends. It could be that your friends are the ones that have bad habits, but with 5 people be saying the same thing about you, and you feel that they're the ones that have issues. So if you're in that kind of space where your friends keep complaining about you, please work on yourself, work on your character. Sit down and have this conversation. Ask them, how am I really like? What are the things that I do that you feel is not really good?
Sorry.
Please, let's mute our mics. What are the things that I do, you know, that are not really good, that gets you angry? And what can I begin to do going forward? This will really help in our relationship with our friends and also our relationship with our partners. So if you've not been able to keep long-term relationship, there might be a problem there. Fine, you might have had terrible experiences with your friend, you might have been betrayed before. That's why I say healing is very, very important. Not everybody is bad. Not everybody is bad. Be open, you know, be open to have a new mindset about people. Don't just say everybody is the same. You know, they are all the same. Try as well to have a positive mindset towards others. Because like I said, nobody is perfect. So work on yourself and learn the act of conflict resolution. When you have challenges with your friend, how are you able to reconcile those differences? If you're able to get it right in that space, you're able to get it right also in your relationship. I hope we are getting value tonight. I hope we're getting value tonight. Are we still together? Are we still together? Thank you. So please work on your relationship with your friends and not just your relationship with your partners. If you're able to get it right with your friends, I wouldn't lie to you, be able to get it right with your relationship. Because, you know, if you've not been able to sustain your relationship in the past with your friend, there might be an underlying factor there. it still has to do with trauma. Some people, I had somebody then that said, you know, when she was much younger, she had friends where some of them said one or two things that made her sad, and from there she just became a different person entirely. Try as much as possible to have somebody that you can talk to about it. And that takes us to our next point: seek counsel. Seek wise counsel. You should have people in your life, your go-to-go people. I myself, till now, I don't see myself as having arrived. No, I've not even arrived. Even when I even feel that maybe I have one new knowledge, I still learn from people. I still ask questions. In my marriages, I have challenges from time to time, but I don't see myself as somebody that cannot be spoken to. I still seek counsel. When I need therapy, I go for it. I don't gone are the days where I try to bottle things up. I tell my very close friend from time to time that I am somebody that I have determined to have people in my space that I can talk to from time to time. I know we're always saying, if you tell them, they will tell another person. There should be a circle that you trust. You cannot do life alone, else you'll be frustrated. People that you can go back to and say, these are things that are happening in my life, please help me. It could be your mentor, it could be your teacher, it could be your pastor, whoever it is. Find these people and seek counsel from them. You cannot do life alone. I am not doing life alone, and I will never preach doing life alone. Never. So please find yourself, get into this space, seek counsel from people. If you are yet to heal, get therapy. Nigeria is one place where most times we see therapy as luxury. It's not luxury. I have had mental health issues before, and I still find myself going through phases in life that I cannot go alone. And I would rather walk that path with people than do it alone. Else, I'll be very frustrated. The me that you are saying now, forget it. Everybody shows, we all come to the social media space to show people what we want them to see. We are all going through one challenge or the other. Find somebody that you can talk, someone that you trust, that you can talk to about it. So let's try as much to seek wise counsel. And so the next point is set boundaries. In your relationship, let your partner know what works for you. Set boundaries. When it gets to a place in your relationship that you cannot compromise, when you begin to see the red flags, don't stay there. Red flags, because we are in love, most times we try to close our eyes to these things. And this is one reason why many of us are heartbroken. The signs were there, they were glaring. You could see it. Maybe this person is always cheating on me. Okay, now what are the conversations that you have with your partner to see that you have a smooth running and healthy relationship? From time to time, you can come together and revise it and talk about it. Is this someone that you cannot talk to? Are you dating someone that you cannot talk to, that will always shout, that's not ready to listen to you? You yourself, you can even be that person. That's why self-reflection is. So set boundaries. When you begin to see those red flags, don't close your eyes to it. Don't say it gets better by the day. I said compromise, but I said there are some things you should not compromise. There are so many things. Everybody has rules, standards that they have set for themselves. But you should have at least 5 things that you cannot compromise in a partner. And when you begin to see those signs showing, run, no. You know that, run. There are things that you should not compromise in your relationship. And these things, the red flags we show, many of us, we say, as time goes on, I believe it will change. I don't know what your own may be. Everybody has their own. Some of you, it can be that guy has anger issues. Serious one. And you say, it will change, it will change, it will change. He loves me. It's only when, if you begin to see those signs, you cannot change anybody. You can only influence people to change. Even in marriages, your husband will annoy you. Because we all have our weaknesses, like I said. But what are the things that you cannot take? Are you, like I said, are you with someone that you cannot talk to? Someone that anytime, someone that makes you feel less of yourself. You know, he's always using terrible words on you, and you are just there saying that it will get better and all. It will get worse. Are you with someone that does not see value in you, that treats you like just anything? And this one too is vice versa. How you treat people too might be how they will treat you. Except you find yourself in a wrong relationship with the wrong person. If you're giving love, if you're being there for the person, doing all you can to see that your relationship will work, is the energy, the vibe that you give, the energy that you give, that the person will give in return. Except that person has issues. If you're in a relationship with somebody that has not healed, it can be a red flag for you. If you are in a relationship with somebody that you're on the phone, you are talking with the person, and the person is chatting another lady, I don't know what your own red flag may be, but set boundaries. And when you begin to see those signs showing, don't try to cover up for the person, or try to give yourself room that so and so person will change. Run. You are looking for an amazing partner, not one that will give you stress. You're looking for a partner that you will grow together with, someone that you spend the rest of your life with. I don't know your aim for going into a relationship. Some people just want to like play. But I believe that at this stage of our lives, many of us are into relationship because we want to settle down with the person. So why go into a relationship with a time waster? Someone that is just there to hurt you. Or maybe the person cannot even defend you. The words that the person use on you, they are terrible words, and you are still there. You see signs that this person is cheating on you, and you feel that this behavior will not come to play in marriages. If you are somebody that takes the faith so serious or personal, it's a sign. I don't know what your own might be. Don't say that person will change when we get married. You cannot change anybody. I know pastors say this thing from time to time. I, Tega, I have learned too. In marriage, you cannot change. You can only influence somebody to change. So if you see the signs that maybe somebody that you want to get into a relationship with is not godly, and that is a big turn off for you, please try as much as possible to move away. You're not a tree, you can move. It's not a do or die affair. If you're somebody that has it in mind that I want to be in a relationship because I want to marry this person, not because I just want to like play or just get gift from that person, try as much as possible to send boundaries, and follow through. When you see the red flags, make sure that you move. Heal so you don't wound others. I'll keep saying it. Healing is a major thing. Seek help. I've said that before. The next point here says, invest in the right communities. We're almost there. Invest in the right communities. Read books, go online, search for communities. Where you have single ladies, get into, we have therapy groups that you might not necessarily see their faces. They talk about these things. I know it's very common outside the country, but we also have some here in Nigeria. Spaces where you can make friends with other ladies, single ladies. You talk about it. Don't just wait till that guy comes. Try as much as possible to also work on yourself. Number 8 says develop a growth mindset. This is where you take the negatives that you have had before and flip them into positives. And this is also healing for you. Don't see this phase of your life as a disease or a condition. It's a season to grow. Learn purpose. Know what it is that you want to do with your life. Ensure that you are happy. Happiness is from within. In as much as possible, in as much as people can make you happy, you are responsible for the outcome of your life. Stretch and grow. Don't see this season as a season of failing or as a negative season. Don't see your singleness as a condition. When you begin to have a positive mindset about the phase that you are in, you're able to conquer any challenge in life. And growth mindset means that, okay, I wish I was married now, but now that I'm not married, I wish that I'm in a relationship now, but now that I'm not in a relationship, what can I begin to do right to see that I enjoy this season of my life? And that is a growth mindset. It has to do with our perception, how you see life generally. If every challenge makes you to be weak or drop, you're not ready for life, because challenges will always come. People will hurt us from time to time. People will hurt us. It happens in our places of work. So why won't we see these things happen? Even in our relationship with our friends, people will hurt us. But you use it as an opportunity to grow, to stretch, to be better. You don't see it as growth mindset. You see it as a place to grow. So now that this person has done this to me, what can I begin to do? How can I flip it to be better? Number 9, be authentic. Don't try to change yourself for anybody. When I mean change yourself, this is who you are. And I hope that many of us understand. Be authentic. Don't say because, let's say your friend or people that are around you, your friend are SUs, then you're not trying to like bottle the social. We have SUs or, Jesus girls that go out, that, have fun, that hang out with people and all. But don't try to box yourself, up, even because you want to get into a relationship. That person will still see that side of you. So be authentic. Don't try to be who you are not because you want to get into a space with somebody, because you want to get into a relationship with somebody. That guy might like you because of your natural look. That guy might like you because of your hair. That guy might like you because of the way you speak. Love yourself for who you are. And don't try to change yourself for another person. I hope I'm not trying to confuse you, because I said that there's a place of growth. There are two different things entirely. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Please let me know if I'm not confusing you. There is a place of being authentic, where you hone your skills, your gifts, your personality with your full chest. And, I'm a creative convertible, and I love people a lot, and I interact with people a lot. I get into spaces with people, and, they can just be vulnerable with me, and I myself can be vulnerable with them. That's who I am. So somebody now comes to meet me and say, Tega, you're a flex. I can't get angry. That's what that person thinks about me, but that's not who I am. I am friendly. I am loving. I am jovial. I'm an extrovert. I play with people a lot. So you should not change yourself for anybody. You are who you are because that's the way God created you. Apart from areas or mindset that we have had due to maybe our hurts, our pain, trauma that we have experienced in the past. And so you must be able to know where this is, that's where the trauma and the pain stops and where who you are starts. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There is a thin line between the two. I know that experiences, our upbringing, challenges that we may have been through has shaped, us to be who we are today. Because when we're small, there are many things that we don't know. But as time went on, begin to expose ourselves to different things, and they shaped our mindset. But I know that you know who you really are. Who were you before the pain came? Who were you before the trauma came? What have people defined you as that you have taken to be who you are, that you are not? Are we following? Do we understand what I'm saying? Be authentic. If you are a Jesus girl, own it with your full chest. Don't try to be like other people. Enjoy this season of your life. Please let me know in the comment section if I'm not confusing you. You're a Jesus girl, be a Jesus girl with your full chest. You will find the guy that loves you for who you are. Don't try to now start saying, I want to wear a certain type of clothes. I want to be like so person so that, no. Be authentic. Who knows, like I said, who knows whether that person is coming into that relationship with you or space with you because of what he has seen, and then you're just trying to pretend. So just be yourself. He will love you for who you are. And areas where you need to change, just work on yourself and be a better version of yourself. The last point tonight is allow God lead you. Not every relationship is your relationship. And so have standards, but go with God. Some of us, I know people will say, God has shown me who I want to marry. But I want to tell you that 90% is our feelings that is coming to play. I don't know if there's anybody that God came down to tell that this is your husband. I hear it a lot. But can you agree with me that your feelings also have a part to play in it? Please let me know in the comment section. Can you agree with me that your feelings come to play? Will you date just anybody? Of course, we all have standards. Of course, we all have our values. So in as much as we believe in God and all, go with God. If we all have the gift of the Holy Spirit. If you are a Christian here and a woman of the faith, we all have the gift of the Holy Spirit. And some of us, believe as intuition. If you are not at rest in that relationship, why continue? Why try to patch things up? Why try to pretend that all is well when all is not well? If you are not at peace, that is a first sign. And don't even try to struggle with it. Just carry your bags. If you're a child of God, make sure that, would I say you carry God along or God carries you along? Just bring God into the scene. Don't try to do it on your own. Our feelings come to play 100% because God will not come down. You must have feeling for the person that you are dating, before you date the person. But ensure that you are working in alignment with God. Based on your standard, based on your values, based on, your personality, whatever it is that you have written down to guide you. Make sure that you're following through with it. Don't compromise those values, those standards for any relationship because it will affect us in the end. You may just be seeing it now, but what we come to play later might be tougher and you might not be able to handle it. That's why you see some people going, I'm not saying everybody, but one of the reasons why many people find themselves getting tired in the first year of their marriage is because they saw the signs, but they did not leave. They kept patching things up. So in our relationship, we must learn to compromise. We must learn the art of effective communication. We must be consistent. When you know your partner's love language, when you know his personality types and all, try to give the love that you are looking for. Try to be committed to that relationship. Ensure that it's not just a give alone relationship, it's a give and take relationship. Be consistent. It's not only women that love love, that like love or love, yes. Men also want to be loved. It will surprise you that some men's love language can be gifts. And you may feel that spending quality time with them might have been what they loved before, but they are not getting what they want from the relationship. So be consistent to grow. Be consistent to learn. Be consistent with being better in that relationship. Give your best. Except that person has a problem. Give your best. Give value. If you're a woman of value and a lady of value, you would also be with a man of value. As you're rubbing on him, he's rubbing on you, and you guys are growing together. There is no perfect person anywhere. If you're consistent in your dealings with that person, I won't lie to you. You will get the best out of it. So today, I want you to let go of the mindset of I don't talk to people and change it to I talk to people. Have an open mind. And that's where the growth mindset comes. I make new friends. I learn to sustain old relationships. I learn to sustain new relationships. And above all, heal today. Heal. Do not allow the pain of your past hold you back from the beautiful future God has for you. There is a man for every woman. There is a man for every woman. Don't beat yourself down and say, because of the pain of the past, I don't want to move on. Or because of how my former boyfriend dealt with me, I will not give love in the next relationship. That's why healing is very, very important. If you self-reflect, if you're self-aware, you will not open the door to just anybody. If you are self-aware, you will know your values, you will know what you can take, you will know what you cannot take, and these things will be written down. You will journal with yourself. You self-reflect from time to time. You work on your emotions. You will know how to give love, and you'll be able to receive love in return. Everybody wants to be loved. It's not just about you, it's also about the man. So there are times that we ourselves, we might be the problem, and we say that is the man, and ensure that whoever you're dating has healed. Not every man wants to tell you what they have been through in the past, but through their behavior, you can take a cue to know what and what. You might not know 100%, but you will know their personality types and their behaviors and how you can sustain that relationship going forward. But my major point is, don't settle for the bare minimum. Don't compromise those standards that you take, daily, that you take to heart, that you cannot joke with. Tackle those ones first. Very, very important. Don't just open the door to just anybody. I can say this, that when you are in the right relationships, even when you're going through challenges, you'll be able to go through it well, because challenges will come. It could be communication, it could just be emotions, it could be that both of you are just having a bad day and all, but you'll be able to go through it well. And try as much as possible to hone, amazing effective communication skills. Learn it well. And I know that going forward, if you have an open mind, if you have an open heart, if you have a growth mindset, you'll be able to have better dealings, positive dealings. It will reduce those negative patterns that you've been experiencing in your relationships. So this is where I draw the curtain and say thank you very much. And I hope you got value tonight. Thank you. So I would love to hear you now. If you have any question, please let me know your questions tonight. What was your aha moment? What stood out for you? What will you begin to do differently? If you're not in a relationship and your desires of one, what are the things that you pay attention to now going forward to see that you have, an amazing relationship? Thank you very much. So I wait your questions if you have any. And also let me know what your take home is tonight. Thank you. If you want to speak, you can unmute and speak. If you want to just write in the comment section, please. Am I the only one in the room? Thank you, PC. Thank you, Patience. Thank you, Elizabeth. Do I have any question from you? Okay, what stood out for you? It's either you did not gain anything, or maybe I was a boring coach, or I was just talking and talking, or what stood out for you? Okay, BC says, having an effective communication is my take home. Thank you very much. How would you ensure?
I have something to say.
Okay, Lydia, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think one thing that stood out and I'm taking home from is don't do life alone. Have new friendships, old friendships, and then people you can actually allow into your space that you can also share, what's going, that are trusted. Yeah, that's what stood out for me. And
Thank
heal.
you, Lydia. I'm still listening. I'm listening.
Okay, and heal. That I think
Heal
you mentioned the word heal, like I don't know, mentioned it
is a
like a lot
big
of.
deal because I'm big on it because of where I'm coming from. So that's why I take trauma very seriously.
Yeah.
If you don't heal, it will affect even your marriage. If you don't heal, to even affect your marriage. So it's not just about I'm big on trauma, like I carry it on my head. If you don't heal, you cannot give your best. If you don't heal, you cannot give your best in any relationship because there'll be like a barrier stopping you from being an amazing person. So you want to always, let me not do this because I don't want this to happen. If you have healed, you can give your best. You can love. The love is different. That's the truth. If you heal, the love is different. If you heal, you give your best. That's the truth. But if we don't heal, something will be holding you back. And you just do, maybe you are giving 100%, you just be giving like 20% or 30% of the love. So that's why I'm really saying heal, heal. So there'll be no barrier holding you back from giving the love the love that you want to give to your partner and also getting the love that you desire in return. Do I have any other question? Okay, Farami says, learn to take journaling more seriously. Journaling is very, very important. I journal till now. Journaling is very, very important. Knowing your words. Grace says, knowing your words so no one can define you. Yes, know your words. Know your words. Know your words. Self-worth is I don't joke with it. Know your words. If you don't know who you are, people would give you a name that you are not. If you are not self-aware, if you're not self-aware, people would, they'll just rubbish you. And so BC says, yeah, you get a recording of this webinar. Yes, you will. Elizabeth says, is the controlling of our emotions and working on ourselves. I know, okay, I for one battle with emotions, but henceforth, I will try to get a grip on my emotions so I won't punish another person for no just cause. Is it another person, another man's son? Let me see your face. Is it another person or another man's son? Yes. So Olamikposi Rafiat says, being aware of yourself before going into any relationship is my take home. So let's be self-aware, everyone. Let's be self-aware. Let's be someone's child. Yes, yeah, someone's child. Even that guy is someone's child. So don't don't let it not be all about you. Let's not be selfish. Let's not be selfish. What you don't want from another person, you yourself don't do it. Don't give it. You know, what you don't want, what you don't want from another person, you yourself don't give it. So whatever you want from somebody, that's what you should give. Even the Bible says it. So I want to say a very big thank you to you, Lydia. Thank you for being a part of tonight's webinar. And I would like each and every one of us to drop our email address. I have something beautiful I would love to share with you. I have a gift for everyone that is still here with me that I would love to share with you. If you were with us for first edition of Healthy Conversation with God's Light, please can I see your hand? If you're with us, in our first webinar for Healthy Conversations with God's Light, please can I see your hand? Okay. BC says, healing takes a long process, but what if the guy can't wait until you heal? The guy cannot wait. If he cannot wait for you to heal, I don't think you should continue. A guy that loves you should be able to see see a better version of you. Should be able to go through that phase or process with you before he even takes the step, to come into that relationship. Healing takes a long process. Well, it depends on what you may be healing about. If it's emotional healing, it takes time. And as time goes on, emotional healing is one type of healing that takes a lot of time because the triggers and some other things can come that makes you respond a certain type of way to your partner. And so that's why therapy is very important because even in your relationship, you begin to see certain things that will be triggers that will just make you behave differently. So for emotional healing, it takes a lot of time. But as time goes on, if he's aware that you've been in a space before and is able to go on the journey of healing with you, if you take it one step at a time and not rush things, you will get better. And he can even still be in that relationship with you. You understand? Because that kind of person will know what you have been through before and will know how to respond to you, how to deal with you. Yes, that's the word. How to deal with you. So that person might not be angry when you do certain things. It's when that's ready to go on the journey of healing with you, like your partner, to a certain point. Firstly, you must have healed. You must know your triggers because some things you just begin to, I don't know if anybody has been there. Emotional healing is deep because some things, one of the major things that will come to play is assumption. Are you with me? Are you with me? Assumption. You overthink things. You are just an overthinker. You're just, even when it's not happening, for those that overthink like me, you've already processed what will happen is so this. And it's fine, it happens, but it's not 100%. And when you begin to live your life like that in your relationship, you won't give your best. You will have issues. Because even if the guy is trying to be good, you always see a comma there. I don't know, can anybody attest to this? Can anybody attest to this? At the end of the day, you say, and he didn't really mean it that way. Oh. But the deed will have already been done. Who is with me? If you're on this table, please let me know. I don't know if I'm the only one. So BC, healing takes a long process, but it depends on what the guy knows about you and how far is willing to go with you on that journey. Because if he cannot wait for you to heal, can he accept your behaviors? Can he accept your behaviors? So you can still be in a relationship with him, but he's ready to go on that journey with you. I don't know if you understand. I hope I'm not confusing you. When you say he can't wait for you to heal, it means that he doesn't really care how you behave. But if he really cares about your feeling, he can, for example, he can say, BC, I think you should get counsel, before we take this thing very far. I would love to see, that you do well going forward. What are the things? He can even ask questions and go on that journey with you. You are healing. Your relationship is there. It happens. Because what will you say for somebody that is in a relationship or in marriage with our spouse and has experienced pain, and is going through therapy? Will the person leave her husband's house? No. So you can be in a relationship with him now, but he's going on the journey with you. That's a different thing entirely. But somebody that does not want you to heal, I don't think anybody that loves you, that wants to get the best out of you and out of the relationship, would not wait to see you heal. So that kind of person that knows that you've been through trauma before will extend grace to you. Do you understand? That person will extend grace to you. So times when he's supposed to maybe overreact or maybe give you attitude and all, he will know that, okay, patience is in this phase of our life, and he can find the words to use to get you feeling better and all. I hope you understand what I'm saying. BC, are you okay? Are you fine with what I said? Do you understand what I said? Does it make sense? Am I making sense? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you
Marcus, I
very much.
have a question.
Is that Lydia?
Yes, good.
Lydia, please speak. Please speak. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Then first of all, I actually want to thank you for this. It was really awesome and amazing, and I learned a lot of things. Um, so my question first, okay, I have two, but I'll just quickly say them. So the first one is, so today in church, in my church, because we do Sunday school in my church, so we learned about depression. And so one lady at my side was actually telling me that overthinking, just thinking about what you just feel like you see two people and you think they're talking about you is like a form of depression. That's what she said. So I wanted to ask, is it true? So that's one. Then the second one is, what do? You've taught us the subject of friendship and, give people time, give people grace, give people space. And you have, I won't really say a friend, but you take that person as a sister. And the sister always comes to you personally when she needs something. She might say hi, but your conversation does not really hold water like that. Just hi, how are you? How is that's all. Then when she's coming, she comes, okay, hi, I'm in need of this. Can you do this? Do you understand? And I'm the kind of person that I really don't have that kind of patience. I don't have that kind of patience. I'll just dismiss that need. I've had a lot of people. So how do you balance it? And how what advice do you give in that instance? Because I really, I really don't like it when people always just come to me when they need something. I really don't like it personally. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you very much. I love your questions, Lydia. They are amazing. Okay, let me start from the last question you asked.
Thank
Now,
you.
I paid a scenario. It seems as if you see the person as someone that is using you, right? She's not giving you the energy that you're giving her, except when she needs your help. Is that it? Are you here? Is Lydia here?
Hello, ma. Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I
Now,
didn't hear
this
you.
is the picture that I'm painting. You like her, you're trying to be a good friend, but she only gives you the vibe that you're a friend when she needs you, your help.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, I want to say something, and I don't know because I understand this 100%. Firstly, Lydia, your mindset is one. There are two different scenarios. Is the person good to you? Has that person been there for you before? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you more.
Lydia, are you there? Because you're the one that asked this question.
Yes, I'm fully here, ma.
Okay, so I want you to answer me. Has this person been good to you before? Is this
I have to
person
think.
always
Oh. I have to
eh?
think. I have to think. I
If you
will
have
write.
to think,
Yes, I have to think. I don't
if
know.
you have to think, if you
Yeah.
have to think, probably she's a user. But you know, this time of being a user, I've been there before. But the truth is, we always have people that they are your go-to-go people. And you might see yourself as being used, but you might be influencing her. You don't know. It's because of the mindset that we have. Maybe you've had pain in your friendships before. You've had trauma in your friendship. And so you have created that term of being used. It happens. Anybody that really loves you, we ask you for something, apart from those that you should be able to draw the line between those that they are parasites, they just want to suck you dry. It's a different thing. But somebody comes to you from time to time, maybe I have an assignment and I have a friend that sees me as someone that is better. I hope everybody's with me in a particular area, and she always comes to me for help. These days now, because of the mindset I have, I am happy to help. That's it. I am happy to help because I see myself as a positive influence to that person. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But if what you want from the person is friendship, like very close friendship, I think you can have this conversation with the person. It's just how you say it that matters. But let love lead. It happens. If you say overthinking now, I don't know if I answered your question right, but you know that term of being used, especially with our girlfriends, are you not happy that somebody comes to meet you for a problem? You know that we have parasites too. If anybody understand what I'm saying, please let me know in the comment section if you've been there. We have people that always want to suck you dry. It's only when they need you, they come. But is this person good to you? Has this person always been good to you? Do you
So
benefit?
the relationship is actually distant. How will I explain it now? Maybe I'll
Is it
see you.
one-sided? Is it one-sided?
I'll see you back end. I say that back end. I'll see you, personally. So I'll be able to break down the relationship with this person. But sincerely, I've actually really been trying to be good to this person. So first of all, okay, to be sincere, we're just a year difference. But
Okay.
a year difference, yes, I believe. But she's not, when I say she's a family friend, just as I met her, and I really took her as a sister and loved her because of what her dad even used to do. And the way my mom trained me was that, when someone goes out of your way, you do the same. So her dad is very, very nice to me. Her dad used to always be there for me. And so I took her as a sister and all that. So anytime she just comes, she needs data, she needs this. Can I send her cash? And I really don't like it. It's getting too much to me to bear. So I don't know what to do. That's basically, so maybe I'll tell you more again about the story, but
Okay.
briefly.
Okay. Maybe you see it as a one-sided thing.
Yes,
And
that's why I say I really have to think what she had actually done to me.
Okay. I
Just
get it.
message me, hello, how are you? How is work? That's all. That's the conversation and then it. Then after that, she comes back. Please, can you give me, And in my mind, I'm like, what of your daddy? But I cannot ask her that. Because, it is well.
So people don't have deep conversations. It's just on the surface. Are you with me? If you don't have deep conversation, it's just on the surface. Are you really friends? I know we have
Yes,
acquaintance.
we
It might
don't
not
have
be your
deep conversation on the surface.
friend.
Okay, maybe me too. I hardly have deep conversations with people because it's a space that I actually hardly have. It's just these days that I'm open. But really, our conversations are not that deep. So what are you up to now? You're done with school. What are you? That's all. Nothing too deep. But just, generally,
Lydia, are you afraid of having a close friend?
I'm not afraid.
Can you see my smile? I understand. I'm going somewhere. Are you afraid? There are times you see this healing thing I'm talking about. It's not just for relationships with the opposite sex. There are times
well,
that
I've had
have you seen sorry for cutting. Have you seen some friends on social media that they are just be wondering that these ones they are so close, like I want it.
yeah,
Have you seen people like that?
I have.
Now my question is, what have you done on your own to see that it
To have
happens
that
that way?
kind of friendship,
God bless you. That's it.
I'm trying, I'm
If
actually
you're
trying.
trying on your end and you're not getting the vibe that you really desire, she might not be your friend. Is anybody with me here? Who
Yes.
else agrees? She might just be your acquaintance. Family friend is family friend. If she really likes you, she really loves you, people have conversations that you will get value from. So you might not necessarily get any cash from her. It might be advice, it might be counsel, it might just be even hyping you and from the heart to not the fake one. Because when people do those things just to get something from you. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying. So you should be able to look at it now that probably she's not, you can even, if she's older than you, or if you're older than her, you might even be her bone, where you've now brought yourself to be a friend. No, I have friends that are 5 years, 10 years older than I am, and I'm very close to them. But if you made up your mind that you want a friend that you can get value from, and you're not getting anything from her, she is not your friend because it's give and take. It's not one side. So it does not have to be cash. It can be even sharing books with you. Who is on this table? It can be sharing links with you and all of that. That's a friend. How are you doing, Lydia? How are you feeling today? You can even run the person through on your program for the week and she checks on you. You might have goals. The person is checking on you, you know. So she might be in the acquaintance ship. She might not necessarily be your friend. But another thing I noticed is that many of us,
I didn't start with friendship. I said if you have someone, I didn't start. I don't know if I put friendship in my question though, because
okay. I don't know that you said if you have a friend. Okay, you said if you have someone.
Exactly. I really didn't put friendship. So I was just trying to, because it was something that I was really, really upset about. And I told her because she asked for a request, and I told her that this is going to be your last time I'm going to do this. And she's asking me why. And I was so offended. And I was even telling a friend that it's the way this girl thinks that it's her right. I don't understand what I'm not getting.
Lydia, are you older than her?
Yes, I'm older than her.
Okay.
It's the way she's thinking that is a right. Is a right. That's what I want to address. You don't owe me. You can't mandate me and be telling me, can I do this? Please, can I do this? And she was telling me she doesn't really ask. I just had to, I had to just tell her yes, and just to like cut that conversation and let her go. The next time she's going to ask, because I've already warned her, I've told her that I'm not going to, this is going to be the last. I'll tell her not that I don't have something in chat, but definitely not giving her. So basically, that's it.
Yeah. So let's just say she's your aburo. Who else had please, if you have anything to say, but that's where I'll draw the line. So I think you should be very careful because in your dealings with her, if you're not careful, it can become a family thing. So know how you interact. She's your family friend, and she's maybe your baby sister. We have baby sisters that I have people that I'm very close to that, that are older than me, and I treat them with.
But do they do like this to you? If you have like younger people, exactly, there should be a balance. She's not really adding value to me.
That's what I'm saying. On her own, I can't call her your friend. She's a baby sister that is not willing to grow, willing to learn, willing to understand.
She's just unskilled and lack wisdom. Exactly.
So how can you help her?
Maybe I'll just archive her because I really don't have skills for
there are ways to doing these things. You can be of help to her, except she's not ready to learn. And so now the conversation will change from her asking for maybe material.
The last conversation I had with her, I was actually counseling her that you're done with school, right? What are you doing? She said she's staying in her mom's shop, and I said, okay, start. I remember to ask her, what do you want to serve? I had to counsel her because really, start thinking. So I said I should be carried on. Sorry, like I'm taking like a personal interpersonal relationship with them, Stratega. Like everybody just I'm so sorry. Yeah, Atitega, maybe I'll talk to you in private. I'll talk to you in private about it, sir. I don't want
no problem. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, I get it.
Can be a baby sister that just needs your help. Then when you see that all that you're doing, she's not listening, she's not ready to go, you might now decide to, but wisdom, let God guide you. And now your first question was around, I'm trying to remember.
Overthinking,
Overthinking.
People talking, you think. So it's like a form of depression,
So is overthinking bad in the first place? There's a balance to everything in life, Lydia.
I think it's the content. Sorry, ma.
Yes.
So imagine if you are seeing two people and you just feel like they are talking about you. Just imagine something negative. Yes, so
that place comes from the engineering of that person. It happens to us from time to time, but it's because it's still trauma that's coming to play. That's the truth. It's trauma. Because you now overthink things that two people don't like me. Why would you just conclude based on that? Is a problem with overthinkers. And that in itself it can lead to depression. Because when you begin to think that so person are talking about me, you will not behave like yourself. You begin to cage yourself, you won't release yourself, or you even overdo so that they can like you. Meanwhile, that person might just be your maybe acquaintance. You now push the relationship further. Who has been in that boat before? So people are just supposed to be acquainted. They're supposed to move from that level. Grace says, I feel you must have done something bad or not for you to just conclude that. Please, Grace, can you unmute? I don't understand that. Can you unmute and speak? Grace, are you with us? Is she here? Can you unmute and speak, Grace? Okay, please just try. If we cannot hear you, we'll let you know.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay. Like for people who overthink, if like in the case you just see two people, maybe you know them or not, probably you know them, and you're just like they're talking, and you just like think they're saying something bad about you. I feel like maybe you've done something. It could be a good thing, or maybe you did something good, and they're just like enemies of progress, something like that. And you just feel like, oh, they're saying something bad about you, or maybe you actually did something bad, like that.
Okay, I get it now. But you know that this overthinking is what affects a lot of relationships, even in families. We just believe that somebody is doing somebody. It's deep. It's very deep. And so we don't show the love. We now shelf ourselves, we now cage ourselves from being the good people that we are. People will always talk about you. And there's a place of just loving people, not because of what they would do or what they will say or what they will give to you, in return. So if you're overthinking that people are talking about you, probably you've had issues with people before. I don't know if there's anybody that is naturally an overthinker. Something has happened before. It's an experience that is coming to play again. It could be your friends before, Maybe you've had friends before that connived to do something, or you were hurt before. Because why can't we overthink that the person loves us? This is on this table with me. Why can't we overthink that people love us? Why are we always hammering so?
I think it's always negative.
I don't know if you do you know? Am I it's always negative. Why can't you overthink that? Why can't we see ourselves as people that somebody that people can love, can be with, can be all over? But the overthinking most times always in there. Can't you overthink that something good is happening? So that's what I would say. I would say it's a mental issue, mental health issue. I know that the Bible leads us and some things come to play. You might see some things in your dream. God can speak to you through his word. But overthinking is a challenge because it brings anxiety. It brings pain. The negatives are more. If you have faith for something, it's in the positive. But overthinking even makes us to be less of ourselves. I've had a case whereby I was just overthinking that maybe the person maybe wants to harm me or doesn't mean well for me. That's why I self-reflect from time to time. If I see that the way I'm behaving to somebody, if I'm reducing the love I have for that person, or I'm not behaving well, I talk to myself. Enemies will always be there. Enemies will always be there. You have to get prepared. Hurts will come from people that you don't even expect. But you yourself, be loving, still have your human nature intact. Don't do tit for tat. I know it's not easy, but it's possible. Love genuinely. Whatever you give, you will receive in return. And even when they conspire to be against you, let your mind be at rest that you have done your best. And then, whatever relationship or friendship that is not supposed to be will not be. It's the energy that you give. If I feel that I'm not vibing with you, I will not stay there. But that does not mean I would be wicked to you, or I will not help you if there is a need. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you should be able to balance it. That's it. Overthinking is a challenge and it affects relationship, especially even relationship with our partners. So let's be very careful. That's why we need to heal. Not everybody is bad. We'll meet good people will meet bad people, but not everybody. I want to say a big thank you to you, Lydia. Thank you so much. Patience, thank you. BC, thank you. Farmi, showing you kisses. Everybody, Grace, thank you. Thank you, everyone. So please, can I have our email addresses? Can you put it down? BC, can you help me take notes? Is Elizabeth still here? Oh, she has gone. Yes. Elizabeth is here. Elizabeth, thank you. Olami Kosirafia, thank you so much. I hope I called. Vivian, thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm grateful.
Happy birthday in advance, ma. Ma, it's tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you so much. I'm grateful. No, I hope everybody has dropped their email address. Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you. I know you missed Cornelia this night. So I'm throwing kisses. My Cornelia people, Patience and Elizabeth, my two lawyers. See me, I'm throwing kisses. I know. Apostle Suleiman's children. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Next time, please catch a replay of tonight's. Grace, you have a question. Please go ahead. If you've written your email address and you want to leave, please. Grace, please ask your question. It will benefit me. It will benefit everyone. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask, is not like wanting like a Christian friendship, like in I'm trying to say how to put it. You want a Christian friendship that you are now like cutting off non-Christian friendship because they, yeah, that kind. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. Do not be unequally yoked, Abi. Are you with me? Grace? Grace, are you with me? Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, Abi. Okay, if you cannot hear me, I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to like erase off the non-believers amongst you or amongst your friends, right? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. So first thing first, we are light, right? The Bible says that we are a city set on that cannot be hidden. You can be in their life. Okay, you can be in their life and it can also be in your life. It depends on how you see it. So take for example, when I was in university, I had will I say friends? I had people around me that were doing things that I don't do. There was a particular point in time where I had somebody that was maybe trying to ask me out. Let's just say I always found myself in a space with people that they were not my close friends. I don't know the level of friendship that you have with these people. I'll call these ones acquaintance. And I had some close friends that were not also, they believed in God, but they were doing some things that normally they should not do. So what can you do? Instead of erasing all of them out, can you just be light to them? They don't have to be your close friend. You don't have to go everywhere with them. You know, there's a balance to it. Everything in life has to do with balancing. And so you talk with them, they need your help, you render help to them, you know, you love them. Doesn't mean that when they are going to certain places, you go with them and all, but you still give love because we are light. Being light does not stop at also preaching the gospel. Is about showing an exemplary life to them. You can be of help to them. I don't know if you're a graduate or you're still in school or anything, but you can render services or help to them when needed. But it doesn't mean that they are close friends. When they need your help, you help. When you talk to them about God, you talk to them about God. but they are not your close friends. You alight them because you can influence them. I had these people in my space, and I still have some people that I talk to from time to time. They are not like me. Everybody cannot be like me. In life, everybody is at a level. Some people know, even Grace, as you're talking, some people know Jesus Christ. They know the whole Bible. They know everything more than me that I'm talking, you know. And so we move, life is in phases. We go from one depth to another depth. So you cannot totally, will I say, erase them out of your life. They are there. Pray for them, you talk to them, you answer questions, you render, but they are not your close friends. And there are some of them that you will even learn from, because they cannot be totally bad. That they drink, that they smoke, that they party, doesn't mean that they don't have their good sides. So you can be an influence to them, and gradually you see that they change. Some of us are where we are because of the knowledge that we have. Some people have that knowledge too. They will be better. Do you know? They will be better. Everybody cannot be like us, but we can change our world. We can influence our world. And so we cannot totally erase them out. They might not be your close friends, might not be going out together, but you can talk to them. You still move with them, but you don't totally erase them from your lives. I had friends like that. I still have friends that our values don't align. And when I mean, like, should I call them acquaintance? They are my friends. They're not close friends. But let's just say acquaintance, right? But I pray for them. And I cannot wait to see them doing the things that I am already doing. And so I cannot totally take them out of the picture. They're still a part of my life. And I'm still a part of their life. Grace, I don't know if I answered your question. If you still feel confused, please reach out to me. You can even send
Ah,
me a message.
okay, so I should message you.
No, if you're not okay now, let me know. Then we
Oh,
can
okay,
continue from there.
yeah.
So you
So
don't totally erase them from your life. I don't know what it is that they may be doing that you don't like. But
they're doing
even
everything. Like every
okay,
think of everything, and they are doing everything. So in this Canada, it's like very different. Smoking, drinking, all those things are normal. But the thing is, these people, I see like I talk with them, I'm with them like every day of the week, apart from Saturday and Sunday. That's how so they are friends, right? But then they are not Christians.
are
But
they Christians?
no, they are not.
Okay, now you're
So
talking.
we see every single day of the week, and we've been friends for like almost a year now. And the influencing is not influencing at all.
Mm.
So I'm not influencing them. They are not influencing me. But
You're not
we are
influencing them. Is that what you
yeah,
think? What you know?
I'm trying to, but like the difference I've seen, like it's such a little, like just a little influence that's like 1%. That's what I feel for the past year. It's just been 1% difference. So I'm like, do I still continue? Because
Yes,
the
I'm
thing
listening
is,
to you.
even like continuing after 1 year, still going, even if these people are staying in my life, the people that are still coming into my life are also not Christians. I'm trying to I'm looking for Christians, but
Mm.
I feel like I don't know if I should say my standard is high, but
Okay.
I mean, if I hear you listen to a non-gospel song, I feel like, no, we can't. It's not like, no, it's not for me. You have to be like, I want like someone that can help me grow, and I can also help them grow. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
So I
that's it.
understand you now. It's a big challenge because you're always in their space and they're always in your space. So what can we do now to see that you don't see them every time? Because if you're not careful, Because if you are not careful, you will find yourself doing the things that they are doing. It's not about I'm a child of God. We all know our weaknesses, and we all know that little line, you know, that we have to watch so that we don't get to the space that they are in. Because a little living is the whole bread, right? So if you're always in their space, what can we now do to see that you're not always in their space every day? Is it really compulsory that you see them? You understand? Now, for the friends that you are hoping to have, it is possible. A change of friends or set of friends can come. And that's why it's good to have your standards. There's nothing like standard is too high. I said don't set unrealistic expectations. That's a different thing entirely. If you were with us, I think you'd understand that part. But drinking, smoking, they're not things that you can compromise, right? So you now begin to just live your life. If you find friends around you, I don't know if you're in school, I don't know if you're a graduate, I don't know which of the grace I'm speaking with, I don't know if you know me personally. That's what I'm saying, you should reach out. If you have people that you love, that you are seeing ahead of you, that are exhibiting behaviors or traits that you love, me, you as a person, how do I don't know, maybe because of my personality type or my experience, yes, I approach the people, I approach the people that I want to make friends with. I do it. Not everybody can do that easily. If my husband was like with us in the room now, he can say, ah, you now, wow, you just met someone today. The person is already talking to you already. That's who I am. Do you understand? So not everybody can be like that, but little by little, there are things you can do. You just continue being the child of God that you are. Do you understand? Firstly, continue being the child of God that you are. Don't reduce your standards for everybody, for anybody. Let your standards still be intact. But be very careful not to be in these people's space every day. Instead, find the people that you like or would want to be like and find a way to be their friend. Find a way to be their friend. It's possible. Find a way to, it can be in the way you speak to them, you can just care for them. If you see that they're not giving you the vibe, you know, you find a way to just draw, you will not be all by force, they might be you must be my friend kind of thing. I don't even understand what I'm trying to say. But you see those people that will influence you negatively, you might need to run. No. If you are the type that will be easily influenced, there's nobody that can ever be easily influenced, no matter the level of God that you know. Ah, I will not drink, I will not drink. You now stay with people that used to drink. Forget it, it will happen. It might not happen the first, it might not happen the second day, it might happen the 12th day, it might happen the 15th day. So what do you want for yourself? To be able to draw that line. Don't let don't let anything or anyone make you to drop your standard. So they can be around you, but you ensure that you are still light to them. There are people that will come to God because of us. It can be just one single act, one single word. Maybe when they were sick, you took them to the hospital or something, and their lives changed. So we don't know why God has placed you, but be very careful. They are not your friends, oh. With the way you are speaking from, you are really speaking from a place of, I won't say pain. You are not happy about it, and I know that you love them, but you can walk away. You can, you can shine the light of Christ to them. Hmm? Doesn't mean that you would see them as devils. At times as Christians, we always tend to, even I myself, I ask for grace. We tend to just write some people off. But only God knows who are his. I'm already turning this class to a preaching. Only God knows who are his. That person that we are trying to like castigate, to badmouth and all, can be the next prophet of tomorrow. So it's wisdom. You need God's wisdom in doing this. I pray that God opens your eyes. You can also ask God to open your eyes to see the friends that He has prepared for you. Do you know I still pray to God for the right friends? Now I still pray. I pray to God, whoever is on social media that you have designed, wherever they may be across the nations of the earth, they have designed to be my friend. Father, open my eyes to see them and open their eyes to see me. I've had friends that are not Nigerians on my Instagram platform. Yes. And that was how they knew me. You understand? But whatever they saw in me, whatever they saw in me, maybe they felt that that's what they needed part time. You understand what I'm trying to say? But it's possible to have good and godly friends, and it's possible to pray about it, and it's possible to also be light to unbelievers, those that are not yet Christian. So, Grace, if you need to talk to me about it, I'll be willing to follow you up and just keep counseling or advising you at my own level. I hope that's fine. Grace, are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes, yes, I am.
Yes. You must be able to draw the line so that you don't get influenced and be carried away. Are you still in school?
Yeah, I'm in school. Sister Tega is Busayo. I'm just using my English name.
The normal Busayo that I know.
The same Busayo.
Okay. We'll talk about it. It's a very deep one. You sound really, 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 really good. So you've not seen godly friends there till now?
As I said, they have not met up to my standard. They are godly, like in church, but I've not seen the one that, is like godly. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm better than them or anything.
Yes.
It's just I want someone that will help me grow too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will talk about it. The way you are talking, I'm becoming very concerned because I know where you are and I know what you may be going through. So we'll talk. But see, you find the godly friends, but you have them in church. Find a way to get into their heart. Their mentors that were the ones that we go and touch the hem of their garment. We have done it. If they don't want me in their life and I see that vibe, there's a way I will move. But if I see that you can add value to my life and God has opened my eyes to see me, God has helped me with that. I will hold your clothes. You will become besties. See, my name is speaking in your head. See, you are all love. You just love me. You just have to love me. You understand? So you might need to just get to that level. It might look as if that I'm forcing myself on them. I don't know how you want to see it, though. But me, when I see something good, I go for it. If I see that there's a negative and that this person doesn't want to, I know where to withdraw. But those ones that you are seeing in church, my sister, find a way around it. And the ones that you feel can influence you negatively, please run. Please run. So Lydia, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Olami Posi Rafia, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Can I hear your voice? I hope you got value, ma. I hope you enjoyed this session, ma. BC, are we taking note of all everyone's email address, please? Okay, so we're drawing the curtain. Elizabeth, please let me take note too of the email addresses so I can send the gifts. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for staying with me till now. It means a whole lot to me. And I'm glad that we all learned one or two things together. So this is me saying you are worthy of all the love that you ever receive. Patience, don't be tired of me saying this. You are worthy of all the love that you ever receive. Don't reduce your standard for anybody. Love yourself more. Give the love to others too so that you can get the love in return. And please heal. Heal. I would let you know my gift on the inside. I won't say it now, but it's a big one for my people. Thank you so much and have an amazing night. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone, and happy birthday in advance.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.